So we have Season 34, and this is the first war, obviously. I'm bringing Cable and Apocalypse, and She-Hulk. She-Hulk is definitely going to be on my team a lot for this season. And this one, I actually get a white mags on it, because we're very confident in our battle group, and so we send someone often just to pre-fight stuff, depending on what the map looks like. So shout out to Rayman for that. But it's a pretty basic fight. I'm just gonna probably leave you for this one. You can kind of see what's happening. But basically, just heavies to mitigate the rock stacks. I go for special 2, and then quickly realize that special 3 probably does more damage, and do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave you for that one. So, we bait this out. Could have heavy counted there, but chose not to for safety. We hit him with a little stomp here. Right about now. And he's at 1, which is not how they're supposed to die, so we finish him off there. Next up, we have a Hit Monkey. Taking this fight ramped up, not ramped up on this node, on any node in Section 1, and frankly, half Section 2 as well. World's fastest taxi right there. It doesn't show the timer anymore when they pop in. I don't know if that was just for me. It might have been just for me, or some sort of glitch or something, but a little bit annoying. But we got a really good, really quick taxi, and this is a really easy fight as well. So pretty standard stuff. I'm going to try to cautiously get some evade charges because I'm taking Mixmaster. I've definitely taken combos multiple times trying to be cheeky with the evade charges. So we throw a special 1 because we think it'll do some damage. And Lord, that was a lot of damage. So here we go. We're just trying to play careful. We get a little bit of evade charge up in this. Here we could finish it. I believe I kind of want to go for one more, but do it cautiously. And I get it, which is perfect. So we can just tap him right there and he disappears. So pretty standard stuff. I actually was trying to take down Mixmaster, and Huss, who's path 4, was supposed to take this fight, but I got a Wags and I took it because that was one of the options originally. But sorry about that fight, Steel Bud. I apologize about that. We were trying to move quickly and I was getting a little bit impatient, so that's my bad. But we go in here, pretty standard, and I do get a little bit of my comeuppance, or at the very least karma for stealing this fight, so you'll see that in a little bit. So here we go. Hit the little dex, and right when I dex, I realize, oh wait, he has the tactic, which is like not the time you're supposed to notice it. My first hit actually lands because I have no idea. Oh, it lands because dex hadn't ended yet. Okay, and then the last one misses, and I take some damage. So I block that to be safe, and here I want to wait out the debuff immunity a little bit. So there we go. Throw this. And Lord, that does some very nice damage. So we block this again for safety. We should drop a little heavy here, and then he'll disappear, but forgot about the tactic there. A little bit unfortunate. It's probably not going to happen again. I hope it's not going to happen again, but definitely a little bit of a learning curve on this new tactic. I was doing off-season wars, but didn't get to take a Mordo, and didn't take too many tactic defenders, so definitely a little bit of a learning curve here, but hopefully it goes alright. So here we have this Kingpin. We have to heal up, I mean, It's fine. So we take this Kingpin right here. The plan is we don't actually want a Wags on this because Wags has this bad habit of making your parries push you back. So I just drop a light, medium real quick. And here I baited out because I'm being a weirdo. What I should be doing is, and I knew that one could have got evaded, so I only did one hit, is its power focus. So, you know, I hadn't taken this fight in a while. It's off season. I was letting other people take a whole bunch of fights, so just trying to play safe, and that medium probably could have got evaded too, so I'm not sure exactly, but I'm guessing not. So that light attack, I thought it was going to whiff, but if it didn't, it would have allowed me to start a combo, so I figured it was worth trying, knowing that I wouldn't get punished if it whiffed. So here we go, with the nice special 2, we get some really nice crits at the end, and here I kind of push a little bit, and I ended with light there, didn't finish my combo, which means I can actually punish his special attack, which is a nice little one. So learning how to play with that combo makes for a much smoother fight, that is. So here we go. Get a special 2 off. And at this point, I think we just throw a special 1. Drop a little parry. I think a special 1. Very easy fight. I was confused as to why they placed it there, and I still am. That's Archangel, that's Apocalypse, that's anybody, to be honest. A very easy fight. I wasn't sure if I wanted to take this with Apocalypse or She-Hulk. Apocalypse could have been Power Start 1. You just go in and nuke. And She-Hulk would be you do slow. My fear was that the slow could get glanced. And so right away, I do a little partial combo, and you see that it gets glanced. And the second one landed, so it's okay. I just want one of my hits to do it. Alright. So here we go again. And she throws it, but the evade's up now. The unstoppable gets removed, but the evade's up. And so she can evade, and so gets a little bit sketchy here. Definitely not going to be taking this match again. I just get caught in a dash back here. She doesn't push the special 2, which is always appreciated. So here she has her evade up, which she obliges and does. Playing a little slow here. So we're going to drop a heavy and then special 2. We want both our hits to land. They both landed, special 2. And we're doing some really solid damage now. She's also glancing all our Furies, but I mean, I never wanted to do this quickly. I wanted to be careful and controlled. So she actually drops the evade there because my first hit didn't slow. And here's where I start to realize, like, this is not just a bad fight. This is a potential death. And so here we go. We're really playing it slow now. And you'll see if I ever have the need to refresh that slow, I actually wait for the evade to fall off, I believe. Really nice crit, because she has a really low health pool, so when you can manage to hit her hard, you're going to hit her hard, right? So here I back off, and I make sure to apply that slow when she has nothing on her. And if that's how you play, and that's how you're going to have to play this fight if you play it. And I don't know, maybe I'll take it with She-Hulk in the future. Apocalypse is basically just like, you have to do one thing, and once you do that one thing, the fight's over. That one thing being getting the special 2 with her at low power. So it's like an all or nothing. Whereas with She-Hulk, you can come back from it. Like, I made a couple mistakes. My heavies were glancing more than I wanted them to, and I still am finding a way to come back. I mean, it's not over yet, but I'm finding a way to get this fight under control. So it definitely gives you more room for error, but there's also a lot more room to make errors. So, should not have heavy there. So we'll see what I do in the future. I'm definitely going to consult some of my fellow officers in the battle group and see what they think. But, yeah. Alright, so here we go. Fight's just about over. We're going to back off for safety. I do not want to die when she's at 7%. Drop a little re-parry just because I'm scared, to be honest. Drop a little... What am I doing? Oh, I was trying to make sure I could get into special 2 or something. I have no idea what that was, but fight over. Now we do M.O.D.O.K. I haven't really taken lots of M.O.D.O.Ks with Apocalypse, but when they ban my Hercules, which admittedly they're going to be doing a lot, then that's what's going to have to happen. So, let's see. Should be pretty standard. I believe I go for special 1 here, and then special 3, which is not like a rotation, it's just kind of like I thought special 1 was quicker, so I thought maybe I could sneak in a special 1. So here I want to hit an intercept, remove the shield, just like that, and then special 1. And you can see, the shield comes back, which is not ideal. Have enough time to get it out of the way though. So that's a decent strategy, but I want to play this safe, so I believe what I did is I reversed the special 3. Pretty standard, just hit some intercepts, be careful of the auto block, and that's like the whole fight. So here we go, we got some heavies in the corner. Even if he were to resist parry us, we are immune to stun, so it's not a problem. Did a little intercept right there, pretty clean. Special 2, it's tempting to throw, but it just can't happen. Drop a little light in the block. Should have heavy chain there, not sure why I didn't. I think he must have, I thought he was going to get pushed, and then by then it was too late to get a heavy chain. Here we're just going to hit an intercept, and push to special. So a heavy should push us there. And this one will absolutely kill. I wonder how much damage this does. We'll see on the end screen. I don't know if I stay long enough to look at it. 63,000 damage, so pretty solid. Okay, next up is this Mojo. I've taken this fight once or twice in off-season with She-Hulk. I decided to boost first and then heal, which is not the order you're supposed to do it in, but it wouldn't have changed how many potions I used anyway. So here we are. Pretty standard fight. I get class advantage. I have the longest stun. You'll notice I put 4 hits into stun because of how she works with size. Her stun gets increased, so we still don't want, you know, buffs to, we don't want to trigger the prompts, but if we do, it's not a problem. We just don't want to, ideally, have him get up to 5 with the Fury, and the power gain and all that stuff, but it's not that big of a deal. But that's what's going on in my mind when I do this. Dodge a hit. I want to try to avoid this if I can, because he's kind of getting a tiny bit high, so 2's not high, but we don't want him to get higher. So we drop a little light intercept attempt. He says no. And then we just decide to slow play the rest of this. We see a medium ender and go in, and blocked hit, and we immediately trigger that one, but he's back at 2, so it's fine. So we can go for an intercept here. Pretty easy. And then a combo would probably end up doing it. I don't know if that's what I do. I might, yeah, a combo ends it. So really easy fight. I got some good Fury RNG, but I think I played that pretty calmly and well. So now we have a interesting instance where I accidentally use an Alliance War Champion boost. You'll notice that you can't even really see it. You can just see a small green line. Accidentally used it. Was not happy about that because these are my last 2 fights. I was trying to use just attack boosts and champion boosts and defense boosts. I didn't want to use a 6-hour boost. So as we speak, I'm still boosted for probably another 4 or 5 hours. So that was a little bit annoying, to say the least. I'm just glad it wasn't at 30%. I actually don't have any, so thank God it wasn't. But really annoying there. Little finger slip, touching the smallest button ever. The smallest sliver of a button. So we drop an advanced power boost on this fight. And we've done this fight with Apocalypse before. It's a pretty simple fight. We just want to not hit into his block. That's like the whole game plan, pretty much. Intercept, don't hit into his block. There's no tactic anymore either, so it's even easier. It's like a cakewalk after that. So we were considering heavying, but just instead drop a special 2. We get a nice crit, another crit, and it's looking good. At this point, we actually still have the debuffs up, but I want to hit an intercept, which means that he's going to shrug them all, which is okay, because I'm going to put the same debuffs back on. So we drop that, little light intercept into a special 2, and Mole Man happily disappears from existence. So 36-second fight. Here's our last fight. Thank you to Joel and Huss for taxiing me. I thought I had enough energy to do both within the Power Start 1, and for some reason failed to count up to 2, because that's just how good I am at math. So, don't have a PS1 on this one, but I've done it multiple times, and I knew it was fine, so we do light, medium, light, medium. We can't do light, light, medium, light, medium, because it's not Mixed Master, right? So she can still gain the prowess in stun. And even if I played normally, I wouldn't really take that much damage, but for me, it's like I'd rather play safe at the beginning because it's not like I'm getting any damage anyway off my basic hits. So I want to build special 2, and then I can kind of like, you know, just nuke her down. So here we want to bait out the heavy for the glancing. There we go. And we can kind of build up some power here, which is what I realize. I believe I just give up in combo here. No, I don't. Okay. So we can just hit the parry heavy into special 2. Boom. Boom. There we go. The glancing comes back at the end because why wouldn't it? Here we go. So here I think that this is where I combo, because I'm like, I don't care. I'm just in it for the power. Doesn't really matter if it glances. And our heavy attack still refreshes always, which admittedly, I don't even know if that's how it's supposed to work, but I appreciate it working like that. So here we go. Pretty simple. We want to parry heavy. I believe we want to bait it out here, and then we just give up. Like, we try to bait it out, and it can't, and the concussion fails it, so we throw a special 1 and just give up, because I was like, I don't care. And it comes in at the end, but too late. So that's it. And I actually still have some potions that I'm going to really want later. Pretty solid first war, and hopefully it's going to be a really good season.